Om. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, Ekam. Look to the fingers. Exhale. Bow forward, hands to the floor. Head drops. Inhale, Trini. Back is long and straight. Exhale. Plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Step or hop to the front of your mat. Long spine, halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Inhale, Urdhva look to the thumbs. Exhale, Samastitihi. Again, inhale, looking up. Exhale, Uttanasana, bowing all the way down. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana or Trini. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale to the front of your mat. Long spine. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, Samastiti. One more A. Inhale up. Exhale, bow. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, feet back. Inhale, upward face. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, the hopper step forward. Nice long spine, looking forward. Exhale, bow. Inhale, all the way up. Look to the thumbs overhead. Exhale, Samastitihi. Surya Namaskar B, bend the knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, straighten the spine, look out. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Pancha, upward facing dog. Lift the belly, try to relax the butt. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left heel plants at an angle, right foot comes all the way forward. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward face. Exhale, downward face. Right foot plants, left foot steps. Sweep up, warrior 1. Exhale, all the way back through Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale to the front, looking out. Exhale back. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, Samastitihi. Again, let's see if I can still count to 17 in Sanskrit. Ekam. Exhale, Dve. Inhale, Trini. Exhale, Shat. Inhale, Pancha. Exhale, Shat. Inhale, Sapta. Exhale, Ashto. Inhale, Nava. Exhale, Dasha. Inhale, Ekadasha. Exhale, Bodhisha. Inhale, Trayodisha. Exhale, Chaturdasha. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Inhale, Hanshadasha. Exhale, Shodasha. Inhale, Saptadasha. And exhale, Samastitihi. That's enough of that. One more. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Inhale, right foot forward. Inhale, all the way up to touch the hands. Exhale, all the way back for Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left foot forward, all the way up. Take extra breaths if you need to here or anywhere. Exhale. Inhale. Always better to breathe more. Exhale. And never hold your breath. We'll call that 3. It's our last dog hold, so I think we're okay for time. On your next inhale, make your way forward to a nice flat spine. Exhale, bow. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, Samastitihi. So I've learned at least 3 vinyasas for this over the years. This is the one that makes the most sense in my body. Inhale, feet hips width, shoulders back, look up, hands to the waist. Exhale, bow. Padangustasana, grab your toes. Inhale, look forward again, nice long spine like Trini, and then exhale, drop your head and breathe. Really relaxed here. Deep bend in the knees to protect your lower back if that's appropriate for you. Really strong to the inside edges of the legs. Okay, inhale, straighten the arms and look forward. Exhale, Padahastasana, hands under the feet. Inhale, straighten the arms and look out, nice long back like Trini, and then exhale, head down again. And relax here, especially in the shoulders and the neck. After years of practice, I don't know about anybody else, but I find that Padahastasana is actually easier for me than Padahustasana. It's easier to really straighten out the legs and keep Mula Bandha nice and firm, and to just relax. It just seems more accessible. I don't know, maybe because it's easier to get my nose closer to my legs, I don't know. Something I've noticed actually fairly recently. Inhale, long arms, flat back, look forward. Exhale, hands to the hips. Inhale, up to up to standing, and then exhale to Samasthiti. Okay, inhale, hop or step out to the right. Not a super long stance, but enough room between the legs for Utthita Exhale down and grab the toe. Left arm is going straight up into the air. Gaze goes to the left arm. 5 breaths. Locks are great here. You can also come to the shin. Just yesterday, I was kind of working like here. I like to keep both sides of the body nice and straight. So only come down as far as you can keep both sides of the body the same length. So if you have to kind of crush up the right side of your body to bend down really far, then maybe come out of the pose a little bit and get some nice length in the side body on both sides. Inhale up through center, switch your feet. Exhale, reach out over that left leg and come down to grab wherever you grab. And press into that big toe ball mound and try to relax the toes themselves. That often charges up the legs really nicely. And then on an inhale, let that carry you up through center. We're going to switch the feet. Parsvokanasana. Excuse me. Left hand comes down to the floor. Wherever it lands, it can be on eventually it might be on the outside of the right foot. Coming into a nice deep twist, right arm up, looking to the right hand. Left hand might also be on the inside of your right foot or on your right shin. Exhale, look down for balance. Maybe put both sets of fingertips on the floor even. Inhale, come all the way up through center. And then exhale right in on the left side. Yesterday, I was just playing around with putting my right hand just here on my thigh. I don't know if you can see that terribly well with my camera angle. But my back has been really, my lower back has been really stiff. And I was just practicing with where can I go to get a nice twist that doesn't put any strain on that lumbar. And this is kind of where I ended up. It was like the first time ever I even thought of this. Okay, exhale to look down for balance. Maybe both sets of fingertips on the floor. Maybe bend that left knee, push up. And then exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale out to the right again. Utthita Parsvokanasana. Bend the right knee. Right forearm can come to the right thigh. Left arm up and over. And again here, side body really long and lots of strength in the back leg. You, of course, are more than welcome to come down to the floor. Lately, I've been finding that I I lose a lot of length in the side body, a lot of power in the legs if I go all the way down there. So I'm just gonna practice right here. Mula Bandha. Deep, steady, hollow breathing. Inhale through center. Exhale. Utthita Parsvokanasana, second side. Drishti is the right fingertips. You're allowed to close your eyes if the sun is like coming right into your face if you look at the proper drishti point. I just made that up. Mula Bandha, deep breathing, anchored and powerful right leg. Inhale through center. Exhale, switch the feet. Pavrita Parsvokanasana. Take a couple breaths to get in here if that's what you need to do. Twisting across the body. Planting the left hand. Perhaps prayering the hands with the left elbow on the right thigh to get the twist. Traditionally, we keep the left foot down at an angle, but sometimes for Western hips, letting that heel come up and working this as a lunge can be nice. This is another place I like to exhale and look down before I come out. Inhale through the center. And then exhale in, Pavrita Parsvokanasana, second side. We'll call that 3. And then exhale, look down. Inhale to your star position. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, out to the side, Pasarita Padottanasana, A, B, C, and D, hands to hips. Inhale, look up, shoulders back. Lift Mula Bandha, lift the insides of the legs away from the floor, and exhale, hands to floor. Inhale, straighten the arms, straighten the spine. Exhale, head down. Inhale, straighten the arms and look out. I like to bring my feet in just a touch each time. Hands to hips. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, look forward. Inhale, arms out. Exhale, hands to waist. Inhale, look up again. Exhale, hands stay on the waist. Bring the head down toward the floor. Super strong legs. Feel free to bend the knees a lot here. This is about a long extended spine and the crown of the head extending towards and perhaps touching the floor, much more so than stretching the hamstrings. Find Mula Bandha to protect the hamstrings. The elbows yearn toward each other behind you, and the fingers are firm on the waist. On an inhale, come all the way up. Remember, bending your knees is always okay. Exhale, look forward. Inhale, arms out. Exhale, interlace the fingers behind you. Inhale, exhale. And head extending toward the floor, letting whatever happens with the shoulders and the hands happen. Inhale, you can use the arms as a counterweight. Come all the way up. Exhale, hands to waist. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale, bow forward. Bring the first two fingers to the toes. Close the loop with the thumbs. Look forward. Exhale. Try to make 90 degrees with your elbows. Elbows straight up over wrists. Head just hangs. Mula Bandha. Drishti is to the belly button. Inhale, straighten the arms and look forward. Exhale, hands to waist. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, shorter stance this time, out to the side. Hands come behind you in reverse prayer. And then exhale out over the right leg. Parsvokanasana. I'm sorry, no, Parsvokanasana. Eventually, you may drop the chin. Drop the chin to the shin, looking at that right big toe with your drishti. Or you may be somewhere in the middle. Again, using your Mula Bandha to protect your hamstrings, your back. Micro bend to the front knee, if that feels protective of the knee. Inhale, come up through center. And of course, all kinds of different hand variations. Exhale out over the left leg are perfectly fine. My personal shoulders happen to be open in this direction, so I sometimes forget to invite that. Inhale, all the way up, open the arms. Exhale to the front of the mat. Uttita Hasta Padangustasana. So on an inhale, you're going to swing that right leg up and grab the toe, however you need to get there. And then on an exhale, you're going to drop the chin or lift the leg, or lift the leg and drop the face toward the leg. You know the drill. Strong foot. Grab the toes, the fingers with the toes as much as the toes with the fingers. I can find that helpful. Super grounded left leg. Inhale, look straight ahead. Exhale, swing the right leg out to the side. Shift the gaze over the left shoulder at the same time. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, bow to the leg. Inhale, look straight ahead. Exhale, grab the right hip. Let the leg float. And exhale, release. Second side. Inhale. Grab that left foot. Or you always can practice at the knee. This is fine too. And then exhale to tuck the chin or lift the leg. I was taught I had to keep my standing foot pointed perfectly straight ahead and my standing leg perfectly straight. Over the years, I've grown less enamored of this instruction. It seems like it's kind of making it overly hard, and I haven't really been able to ascertain that it helps anything. So do what you need to do to practice the balance. As long as you've got Mula Bandha and breathing, you're good. Inhale, look straight ahead. Exhale, leg open to the left, gaze to the right. We do that simultaneously if it's available. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, bow. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, hands to hips. And exhale, release. Ardha Padmotanasana. Right leg comes into lotus. Reach around and grab if that's available. And then bow forward if you're practicing the fold this morning. Vrikshasana tree pose is also fine, although that does something rather different in the hips and knees. Okay, if you're bent forward, in theory, you just come up on an inhale and exhale to release, but do whatever you need to do to get out of there safely. Untwist, and move on over to the second side. So it's lift the leg and bind on an inhale, exhale to bow forward, Mula Bandha and breathing. Exhale, Samasthita He. Inhale, Urdhva. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right into Utkatasana. This time we hold. So sit way back. Look as straight up as you can to the thumbs. Bend the knees. David Williams says, bend the knees as much as you can until the heels start coming up, and then plant the heels. Breathe. And exhale, fold all the way forward over your legs. Inhale, take it up if that's an option for you. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot forward. Inhale to warrior one. Gaze up to the thumbs. Or maybe gaze straight ahead if your neck is tender. Nice 90-degree bend in that right thigh is where you're headed. Hips pointing straight forward. Inhale, straighten the right leg, switch sides. On an inhale, open to warrior two on the left. Inhale, straight left leg. Switch sides, warrior two, right side. Nice deep bend in that right leg. Remember to aim that right knee a little bit out behind you. You don't want it falling in toward the center. It's not good for the joint. On an exhale, left arm windmills forward. I like to play with handstand here, but that's just an add-in. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And jump through to seated for Dandasana. So legs straight out in front of you, hands to the sides. While I play with my camera angles a little bit here. Feet are super strong. Press those big toe ball mounds out away from you. Hands down. I like to take a deep breath in, lift my chin, and then Mahabandha. Mula Bandha, Jalandhara Bandha. Sorry, Uddiyana Bandha and Jalandhara Bandha. I like to tell my beginner students that I love Dandasana because even though I find it a very hard pose, it's very easy to know if you're doing it right. Because if this is about as difficult as you could ever imagine sitting on your butt on the floor to be, then congratulations, you have a gorgeous Dandasana happening right there. Super challenging, super strong, powerful breath. Inhale, look up. Exhale, reach for your toes. Parsvokanasana A. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, lengthen out over your back. Of course, you can also have your hands out like outriggers or to the sides of your thighs. I was originally taught to keep the spine long and extended and not allow any bowing to come into my back until I was right down over my legs. So that might mean that my Parsvokanasana looks like this a lot of days, because it's about the western side stretch, the lengthening to the back body. And of course, bent knees, also a great modification if you need it. For the sake of time, we're going to do 2 of these today. Inhale, look up, and then exhale, come to whatever hand grip you want. Of course, and take the old grabbing one hand by the wrist if you have that extension. You can stay right where you were for Parsvokanasana A. Inhale, look up. Exhale. Now, first of many optional vinyasas. You can cross the legs. Inhale, lift. Exhale, make your way back. However swingy or jumpy or not that is for you, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale through Parsvokanasana or tabletop. With Parsvokanasana, elbows reaching behind you, fingers pointing towards your butt. Try to get those toes to the floor and lift, lift, lift through your pelvis. Also feet flat to the floor. In tabletop is a great option. Also great is Parsvokanasana, leaving your legs on the floor and just opening that eastern side of the body. So Parsvo means eastern side. So this is the intense stretch to the front of your body. Okay. Exhale to release down. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, or not. All right. Ardha Baddha Parsvokanasana. Right leg comes into lotus. Left arm wraps around. Grab the left foot. Inhale. Exhale, forward. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back if you're taking the vinyasa between sides. Up dog, down dog. Inhale through to seated. Left leg comes into lotus. And of course, more of a Jani Shirshasana position is always fine. If this is too much, grab the foot. A strap can be a wonderful prop here. Grab the foot. It can be advantageous to take the thumb, I find, and press it into the, I guess this is my metatarsal of my big toe, my right foot. Nice strong right leg. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release the pose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Really lengthen it out here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Clearing the decks. Inhale to seated. Triangle Mukha Ekapada Parsvokanasana. So folding that right leg back. You can put something under the left hip. Hands forward. I like to do outwarders. This pose is very, very difficult for me. That's a euphemism. I'm not a fan, I'll be honest. So I've tried just about everything for this pose and have finally kind of just decided I'm going to have to make peace with it. Okay, inhale. Straighten the spine and look up. Exhale, release. You can do the fun vinyasa with the leg bent if you would like. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. And then, excuse me, come through to seated. Bend that left leg back. And do what you need to do. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release. We'll start your fun vinyasa. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale through to seated. Dandasana A, right side. Right heel comes into your center. Knees are at maybe 95-degree angle, if that works for your body. And then you're centering the center line of your upper body right over the center line of your left leg, again, if you can. So we'll move through our Dandasana in the usual way, with vinyasas between sides if you want them. A on each side and then B on each side and so forth. Inhale, look up. Exhale, vinyasa if you want it, or just set up on the left side. But I bring this up because a teacher here in Portland named Molly Hunt, about a year ago, taught me another method for your Dandasana series. If you're practicing with limited vinyasa or just low energy, one thing that can be nice is to do A, B, C on the right side without vinyasa between, then vinyasa or not, and then A, B, C on the left side. Okay, inhale, lengthen. Exhale to release. Move through the vinyasa of your choice. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, legs back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Coming through to seated. And then repeat A, or you can take B. Maybe sit up on our heel with your heel pressing into Mula Bandha. The knees will be a little closer together, maybe more like an 80, 85-degree angle. Exhale over the left leg and breathe. So everybody on this Zoom looks pretty habituated to this pose. I always tell my beginner students, just remind them that if this is extremely painful, your foot is in the wrong place. It should not hurt. Might be, different, interesting, but, shouldn't hurt, and you should be able to balance. Those are my two ways of knowing if I'm in the right spot. If I'm falling off, I'm in the wrong spot, and if it hurts, I'm in the wrong spot. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale through to seated. Okay, we're on B on the left side. And again here, trying to align the midline of the upper body with the midline or plumb line of that right leg. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale through to seated. Right foot comes into C. So grab under your shin. I like to grab the toes with my right hand, my right hand, and then pull the toes down onto the ground. Grab the foot. Inhale, exhale. Sometimes I'll lift myself with my hands to really get over the ball of my foot on the right side and help lower the knee. Of course, coming back into A here. Is perfectly fine. Also, sitting with the hands on the leg to try to train the foot to come down if it doesn't really quite yet. Inhale, exhale, release. Vinyasa if you want it. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale through to seated. Grab that left foot. And this is where I discovered that the sides are different, if I hadn't noticed yet during my practice. I really find this pose gets into that spot right here on the corner of your lumbar where it becomes your hip in a way that really no other pose does for me. So once I finally made peace with this pose, I found that I actually really quite like it. I also tell my beginners that to the best of my knowledge, no one has ever actually lost a toe in this pose. No matter how much it feels like they're about to actually come flying off. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release. Vinyasa, inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Inhale, upward face. Exhale, downward face. Inhale through to seated. Asana A, right side. Left leg straight out in front of you. Right foot plants. Room between the foot and the thigh, like Kathy was talking about last week, I guess. Reach for the left foot with the right hand, but then flip the palm, come around, and see if you can bind. And then again, deep forward fold over that left leg. If the bind is not happening, a strap is a great idea, or you can also place the palms to the sides of the legs and press forward, opening up the shoulder against the shin. Strong left leg, strong left foot. Inhale, open up the shoulder against the leg, look up. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Set up on the left side. Oh. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale through to seated. Asana B, right side. So left leg can come into lotus or just cross under, right foot flat to the floor and bind. Inhale, lift, look up. Exhale, I'm gonna run through these next few without vinyasa, just noticing the time. So coming onto the left side of B. Of course, you're welcome to do vinyasas. I'm just trying to speed up my flow here. Okay, inhale, look up. Exhale, release. Come into C on the right side as you're ready. So left leg out straight and strong. Right leg bends in with the right foot on the floor. Twist towards your right leg and bind if you can. Also find to use the Miss America wave here. As you're working toward the bind, it will be necessary to get any weight out of your right arm that you're putting, if you're leaning back into the right arm. You're gonna need to get that weight out of there in order to start working toward the bind. Balancing and holding your body up with your core muscles. Okay. Inhale to look forward. Switch sides. However that's going to work for you this morning. Right leg strong, left foot planted on the floor, twisting toward the left leg. Okay. Next, of course, is D on the right side. So half lotus or leg bent under. And twist to the right. Inhale to look forward. Exhale to release. Coming in on the left side. Again, feel free, of course, to take vinyasa. Inhale back to center. Okay, vinyasa here. Inhale, lift. Exhale back. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And then inhale, right through to Navasana. We'll do just 3, again, for the sake of time. Nice straight legs. You can always bend the legs. You can always support the legs with the hands. Keep this out of your back. All right, cross the legs. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back down. Inhale to our second Navasana. Cross the legs. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Last one. Try not to hold the pose with your face. And then, excuse me, exhale, cross the legs. Inhale, lift. Maybe play with handstand here. Coming back to Chaturanga eventually. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Uttanapidasana. So hopping the legs to the outsides of the hands. Maybe you hop all the way in, or you wrap the legs around the arms. Bringing, yes, looking very good, bringing the ankles together. Lift Mula Bandha. Lift your bottom. Try to see if maybe the feet can come up. Yes. Maybe the head goes down. Yeah, really nice. Nice, Mora. Okay. And then, as gracefully as you can, or not, lift the head. Unwrap the legs. Take it back. Nice, Amelia. Chaturanga. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. And then you get to do that again. You get to dump those feet around the hands. And then sit down into Karmasana. Yeah. Hopefully, yeah, don't pull the arms, the hands come forward. I like to hold on to my ankles like this, because right now my elbows aren't clearing my knees, so I'm not putting my hands back nowadays. And so this is where I come, yeah. So it's just waiting for that back to soften up again. Okay, this look really nice. Now, if this feels fantastic, feel free to stay here. Or if you'd like to move into Souptakaramasana, you can bring those feet toward each other in front of you. See if you can bind. I thought that what Kathy was showing us the other week was really interesting, with kind of binding with one arm. And then inhale, look up. Okay, plant the palms. Figure out how to get those legs back behind you into Chaturanga. However that's going to happen today, or always skip the vinyasa. Inhale, upward face. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to seated. For Garbhapindasana. So lotus, or no lotus, or half lotus. You can put your arms through, or just hang on. Okay, and then when you're ready, you can do the Ashtanga death ball. So you exhale, go around clockwise, however many rocks you need. I was taught it's supposed to be 9, but you know, just make a circle. And when you get back to the front, rock up onto your hands for Kukutasana. And then exhale. Okay. I'm going to take you right into Souptakaramasana, because again, it's already 5 after 10. Of course, again, feel free to practice your vinyasas as you normally would. So soles of the feet together, coming in as close to the center and crotch as you can. Inhale, look up. And then exhale, nice straight, long back. Maybe the chin or the forehead comes to the floor. Breathe here. I like to put my hands behind me sometimes if I'm feeling pretty stiff in this pose. Also can be nice to use your own arms to press down into the legs. Inhale, nice straight back, look up, and then exhale, curling, really engaging the belly, Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, and then just letting the head, crown of the head fall into the nest of the feet as much as possible. Okay, inhale, roll up. I like to look up. Exhale, you can do a vinyasa here. And then we'll come into, of course, Konasana A. So legs wide apart, but not so wide that you can't reach them with your hands. You can grab the toes or the outsides of the feet. Inhale, long spine, and then exhale, the chest and the chin come toward the floor. Okay, inhale. So with an exhale, I was taught to let go and then inhale, lift my feet up. Working toward eventually doing that with your legs straight, but that's clearly not happening for me today. Souptakaramasana B. Okay, and then when you're ready, we're just gonna rock straight back to Souptakaramasana. Yeah. And then an inhale, come through, nice breath, balancing again, and then exhale, coming down. Vinyasa here if you want it. And coming through to lie on your back for Souptakaramasana. So once you're on your back, it's an inhale to lift the leg and grab the toe, and an exhale to raise the body off of the floor to reach toward the toe. So it's the same vinyasa as when you do it standing. Okay, so then it's an inhale to lie down, and an exhale to open the leg out to the right. Gaze comes over the left shoulder. Inhale the leg back to the center. Exhale to touch. Inhale, lie down. Exhale, leg comes down. Inhale, left leg up. And exhale, head to the leg. Inhale, put the head down. Exhale the leg out to the side. Nice deep breathing. This could be a great place to really take a moment to reflect on what's happened to the breath over the course of the practice. See what's going on. Mula Bandha lifts the leg back up to center. Exhale, head to knee. Inhale, lie down. Exhale, leg down. You can inhale through Chaturanga to start a vinyasa, or take the vinyasa of your choice. Coming back through to seated and lie down. Do it this way. Feet over the head. Grab the toes. Inhale. Rock up to Parsvokanasana. I like to really let my head tip back here, but only do that if it's comfortable for your neck. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift, coming through a vinyasa. Excuse me. When you find your way back to seated, you're going to rock back. Have your feet over your head. Grab the sides of your feet this time. And swing up to Upavishta Paramukasana. I'm sorry, Parsvokanasana. Okay. I forgot a pose name. Close this up if you can. That is bringing your body towards your legs. And then crossing the ankles, or you can do Chakrasana here if you like, moving through a vinyasa. And we'll give Setu Dandasana a miss and move into closing sequence. Of course, if you'd like to do Setu Dandasana as one of your back bends, be my guest. It is 10:14. And we have pranayama in 16 minutes, so keep that in mind as you move through whatever closing is appropriate for you today. And thank you.
This is the most fun, Andi. Thank you for my practice. Thank you for new cues. Thank you for getting me to put my chin on my shin.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for being funny. Thank you for taking care of me. Like, I don't know if you can feel the appreciation that everyone has that gets to practice while you talk and take care of us. It's so crazy. I am so thrilled with the practice I just had.
I'm so glad. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to do my back bends. I love you.
Yes, that's all. Yes, let's all finish out. Just a couple of thoughts. No matter what you do, please do not forget to do a nice relaxed Parsvokanasana after your back bends. I find that one is actually really easy to forget. I don't know about anybody else. I suspect this isn't terribly rare in the Ashtanga community, but I have this karma where I tend to forget the easy things. Like if I'm going to leave something out, I leave out Parsvokanasana or my Parsvokanasana after back bends. So just a reminder to take care of yourself and let it be simple. Of course, after back bends, there's inversions. Salamba Sarvangasana shoulder stand. 10 to 20 breaths there, depending on who you ask, how your back and shoulders are. 8 breaths in plow. 8 in Karnapidasana. Urdhva Padmasana. Pindasana. And then your 2 fish poses. So I was taught 8 for all of those. But I've also heard 5 and I've also heard 10. And then, of course, Shirshasana, if it's okay for your neck and your blood pressure and your retinas. Sweet, Gina. Nice. And finally, 3 lotus postures. When you get there, Baddha Padmasana, Padmasana, and then Utplitihi, Shavasana. Like that fish kame. Got a really, really, really nice opening in the back body there, mid to upper back. I hope that's as comfortable as it looks. Om Svasti Prajabhyaha Padaparyantam Yayena Margena Mahim Mahisyaha Govaramanebhyaha Shubhamashtu Nityam Lokaha Samistaha Sukhino Bhavantahu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May all be well with humanity. May the leaders of the earth protect in every way by keeping to the right path. May there be blessings for those who know the earth to be sacred. May all beings be healthy, happy, and free from attachment. Om, peace, peace, peace.
I just had the best practice. I'm going to read a little chapter out of Swami Rama's autobiography. Bye, Kame. Thank you so much. You can always pop on and talk if you ever want to. Love you.
You all have a great day.
Thanks. That's a good laugh. This is page 141. I'll read this and then we can chat for a second and then we'll start pranayama. Let me tell you about my fear. In my young age, I was unusually fearless. I could cross the swollen Ganges River and go into the forest without the slightest fear of tigers. But I was always very much afraid of snakes. I have had many encounters with snakes, but I concealed my fear from everyone, even my master. Once, in September of 1939, my master and I came down to Rishikesh. We were on the way to I can't remember how to say that. We were on the way to somewhere else and camped at a spot where my ashram stands today. Early in the morning, we took our bath in the Ganges and sat down on the bank for meditation. By that time, I had already formed the habit of sitting for 2 or 3 hours without a break. It was about 7:30 when I opened my eyes and saw that I was face to face with a cobra. The lower half of its body was coiled on the ground, and the upper half was raised. It was sitting very still, just about 2 feet in front of me, looking toward me. I was terrified and immediately closed my eyes again. I did not know what to do. After a few seconds, when I opened my eyes and found that it had not moved, I jumped up quickly and ran away. After running for a few yards, I looked back and saw that the cobra was just starting to crawl back toward the bushes. I went back to my master and explained what had happened. He smiled and told me that it is natural for any living creature to be in a state of meditation near someone who is in deep meditation. Another time, after experiencing many kinds of training, I had another frightening experience with snakes. I had been asked to go to South India, which is considered to be the home of Indian culture, and on one cold and rainy evening, I went to a temple to ask for shelter. At first they said, "If you are a Swami, why do you need shelter?" But then a lady came from the temple and said, "Come with me, I will give you shelter." The woman took me inside a small 6-foot square thatched hut and told me to stay there. Then she left. I only had a deerskin on which to sit, a shawl, and a loincloth. There was no light in the hut, but I could see from the little bit of light which came through the entrance. After a few minutes, I saw a cobra crawling in front of me, and then another one at my side. Soon, I was aware that there were several cobras in the room. I realized I had come to a snake's temple. It was a very dangerous situation, and I was afraid. The woman wanted to test whether I was a genuine Swami or not, and I was actually just learning to be a Swami. I was very much afraid, but I thought, if I run away at night, where could I go? And if I do leave, that woman will never give alms to Swamis in the future. I decided, I will remain here. Even if I die, at least the principles of renunciation will not have been found in wanting. Then I thought, that woman does not appear to be enlightened, and yet she can come into this hut. So why can't I remain here without being harmed? Remembering my master's words, I said to myself, if I sit still, what will the cobras do to me? I have nothing they want. I sat there the whole night watching, and the only thing I lost was my meditation. I could only meditate on the cobras. Despite these 2 experiences, however, my fear of snakes continued. As a young Swami, many people, even high government officials, came and bowed before me, and I blessed them. But within me was an obsessive fear of snakes. I would teach the Brahma Sutras, the philosophy of fearlessness, to my students, but fear was still there inside of me. I tried my best to remove the fear by intellectualizing it, but the more I tried, the stronger the fear became. It became so strong that it started creating problems. With any sudden noise, the thought of snakes would come into my mind. When I sat for meditation, I would often open my eyes and look about. Wherever I went, I would look for a snake. Finally, I said to myself, you must remove this fear, even if you die in the process. It is not good for your growth. How can you lead people who love, respect, and depend on you? You have this fear, and yet you are guiding people, you hypocrite. I went to my master, and I said, Sir, He said, I know what you want. You are afraid of snakes. If you knew, why didn't you tell me how to get rid of that fear? I asked. He said, why should I tell you? You should ask me. Why do you try to hide this fear from me? I never kept any secret from him, but somehow I did not tell him about this fear. Then he took me into the forest and said, we are observing silence starting tomorrow at dawn. At 3:30 in the morning, you will get up and collect leaves and wildflowers for a special worship that we will do. The next morning, I found a big heap of leaves. As I picked up the heap in the darkness, I realized that there was a cobra in it, in my hand, and there was no escape. I did not know what to do. I was so frightened that I was on the verge of collapsing. My hands were trembling. My master was there, and he said, bring it to me. I was shaking with fear. He said, it will not bite you. The unconscious fear welled up nevertheless. My mind said, it is a death that you are holding in your hand. I believed my master, but my fear was stronger than my belief. He said, why do you not love the snake? Love, I cried. How can you love something when you are under the influence of fear? This is a familiar situation in the world. If you are afraid of a person, you cannot love them. You will be unconsciously afraid all the time. The cause of fear grows in the unconscious. My master said, look, it's such a beautiful creature. It roams all over. But look how clean and neat it is. You do not remain clean. You have to take a bath every day. A snake is the cleanest creature in the world. I said, it is clean, but it is also dangerous. He told me, man is more unclean and poisonous than a snake. Or humans are more unclean and poisonous than snakes. They can kill and injure others. Every day, he projects poison in the form, every day they project poison in the form of anger and other negative emotions on those with whom they live. A snake never does that. A snake bites only in defense. He went on, when you are fast asleep, does your finger prick your own eyes? Do your teeth bite your tongue? There is an understanding that all of your limbs belong to one body. The day we have a like understanding that all creatures are one, we will not fear any creature. It goes on, but I'll stop right there. Oh my gosh, Andi, thank you so million times.
You're welcome. My pleasure. Glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, super nice. We recorded it.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm going to pause. I'm going to stop the recording.